Okay, morning friends. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd of July, and I'm continuing to do clips from the Sean Maguire Out of the Bag podcast interview. He interviewed me for 2 hours, so I'm just breaking it up roughly on subject matter into digestible pieces. So let's go ahead with the next part of this. Here we go.
But no, don't be sorry. It's me as well as yourself. And
I love talking to you, and it's like, this is what I'm saying with dissociation. But I'm really glad that we managed to nail at least some of the.
Well, we certainly have, and I'll tell you what is important, Angela, is where is the Hampstead case now?
Well, the level of awareness has gone through the roof again. The worst thing Ricky Dearman did was come after me legally.
Yeah.
He shot himself in the foot royally.
Good.
And the worst thing he did as well was go back in the public profile with eBay and put the children in front of the cameras.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah.
He did that. And to me, it reminds me, you know, when a husband is cheating and he really wants his wife to find him and catch him.
Right.
You know, where a husband's committing adultery and they'll leave lipstick on their collar and they'll leave.
I don't know, but go on.
You know, well, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, to me, it's almost as if
he wants to be caught.
He loves the attention. He loves the court cases. He loves the trolling. But I've linked up with some fantastic technical researchers, because all the research that we did, the 30 of us, or more than 30 of the people all over the world researched it back in 2015, 16, but it all got scrubbed from the internet, and all the people were terrorized into taking it down. But a guy that goes by the nickname of Jesus, and he's got a team that works with him, and he's done really profound research, and he's come at it from the angle of money laundering and distribution of child pornography in snuff movies.
Right.
He's found Ricky Dearman all over, implicated enough. Again, it's Ricky Dearman who should have been arrested and should be behind bars, or certainly the one that should be being investigated, not a 62-year-old survivor trying to do some journalism from the wilds of County Meath, you know.
Yeah.
So there's phenomenal evidence. So literally, he has shot himself in the foot because despite his armies of, he must have some people, a bit like Jeffrey Epstein or Jimmy Savile, he must have people blackmailed in some very high places.
Yes,
very high places, because the BBC were complicit in the cover-up. You know,
well, all mainstream media were complicit.
All mainstream media, yeah, absolutely. And you know, the judges that put campaigners away, that put Sabine McNeil, 74-year-old disabled genius mathematician, put her behind bars for 9 years. You know,
I just want to say on that note, it's terrible, but if anybody wants to hear her interview before she did end up going to prison,
yeah,
put it into my homepage, Sabine McNeil, and you'll get the interview.
Yeah. The evidence just keeps coming. It just, we've connected it with Barbara KAHAN, who was a huge she's got about 25,000 companies registered in her name, or it might even be 250,000. Now she's dead. She was big buddies with Sir Peter Brighton, who was exposed and convicted paedophile, but all these people were strategically placed. But the thing that concerns me is there are connections between England and Ireland. There's no doubt about it, because the Hampstead research trolls that have made my life torture.
Yeah, and many others.
Yeah, and many people's lives torture. But they have contacts in my tiny little Irish rural town. They have connections with dirty coppers over here. They have connections with as I said, this lady from Limerick that gave me such heartbreak. And I've done another interview with her, but I don't know. I'm not going to. You've got to be very careful. People can't go public with serving politicians until they're safe and until they're ready. So I have done another interview with her, but I haven't gone public with that yet. But I've had people report satanic ritual abuse in this town connected to, you know, well, all sorts. And then I've had phone calls from people in Dublin, other journalists saying, look, I've had a mother come to me, her children are being abused in a paedophile ring. I can't handle this. Can you take it on? You know, so I've had reports from Dublin, KAHAN, Meath, Limerick. It's all over Ireland.
Well, it is incredible. And I want to add to that. I mean, after I interviewed you, not the last time, but I think it was a year before that, and I ended up getting, you know, stopped in the street in certain places, I won't say where, and saying, oh, that auctioneer over there, he's part of this, and this fella here, he's part of that, and you know, so people are out saying to me, so keep going with what you're doing, Sean. But
wow. Well, the more people that network and speak up, the better, the safer it makes you and me, and the more it shows up the trolls and the pedo protectors, the ones that are, you know, viciously
covering it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that is what they are doing. Do you know, Angela?
Say a prayer for me. I haven't had a decision from DPP, you know, but I decided when they sent a file to the DPP and then they went for court orders to go to Google, I made a conscious choice to take the path of no fear.
Yeah.
Because I've watched Sabine and Rupert and the others that were sectioned or jailed, and they went quiet and they took their solicitors' advice and barristers' advice.
Yes.
I saw several, and they got screwed. So I just thought, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm going down brave. I'm not going down on my knees. I'm not going down on my knees. I'm going to keep speaking the truth. I'm not going to be. I do get fearful and I do get depressed and even suicidal sometimes. But I would rather go down with courage than comply.
Can you imagine, Angela, going to the end of your life and saying to yourself, I didn't speak up?
No, I don't know how people live with themselves, but they do, because they are mind controlled. They are fluoridated. They are taking drugs, or they are lost in their wealth, or lost in their jobs, or lost in their television, or lost in. Some of them are terrified. We were contacted by people in the paedophile ring in Hampstead saying, I want to break free, please help me. I don't know how. It's so dangerous. I've had people disclose to me and then come back to me and say, I've been pulled over in a pub and death threatened. Please don't say what I told you. It's too scary. I can't get out of this, you know?
Yeah, well, we know we're doing good. We know you're doing good. And most good people, when they look at what you're doing, totally realise it, Angela. I think you've got a lot of love and support out there.
Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you, Sean. I've often said it to you. It's like we've been here over a decade doing this, you know, so there's something to be said for endurance.
Yeah, well, there's an awful lot gone by the wayside, sadly.
This is it. And like, who would make, you know, I get accused of being a liar and a fantasist and all the rest of it, but you wouldn't make this shit up. There'd be no reason.
Why would you? And that's the big argument about the Hampstead children.
Absolutely.
Why would they make that up?
Yeah, and they tried to say the mother made it up to get custody. No, the father had relinquished custody in 2011. He'd gone to America. Yeah. He'd gone to hook up with the Clintons and the string queen, whatever cults that was involved with Haiti, and he did adverts for Love for Haiti, and he was in with the big boys. He abandoned the children, so it absolutely wasn't about a custody battle. And Victoria Derbyshire, as a survivor of abuse, albeit she mostly talks about physical abuse, but how could she, in all good conscience, what have they got on her that she could have given such a softball, disgusting interview to Ricky Dearman for the BBC? You know, Melanie Abbott, the same. But if you research these people, all we have to do is research. Whoever is making accusations against good people, do some research on. This is what Jesus has done. He's found all the research we lost in 2016, and he's found mountains more of it. He's got he's on Twitter, Barcadelli, at Barcadelli, and he's on YouTube, Fraud and Corruption UK #1. But if anybody goes to my blog, they'll find links to his research because it's mind-blowing.
And that's angelascaches.org.
Yeah, Angela's Caches. It's like, you remember the film Angela's Ashes?
The book Angela's Ashes,
Yeah, so
I haven't seen the film, but I've read the book.
Yeah, well, I called my blog Angela's Caches.
Very good, very good.
No apostrophe. And I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, either Angela Power Disney or Angie Power Disney.
And I will put all those links in the blog, which will go out on Monday, and then on the podcast page, I will put all of those in there as well. Okay.
Okay, sure. It's been an absolute delight. You're a delight.
But before you go, Angela.
Okay, there's one more topic we cover in the last part of it, which was Baby H. So I'll upload this. It's quite a brief one, but I'll upload this as the conclusion of coverage on the Hampstead case. And there are more breakthroughs in the pipeline since that broadcast. So please do continue to pray for the children, all of them, and for justice to prevail and evidence to find its way into the right hands. Thanks.